We're going to talk about detecting fake gold, silver, platinum, and assay cards, because it kind of creates a problem. It's one thing if you have just a singular fake bar or that is, you can take out of, or even if it's in an airtight where you can open this, reseal it, and examine it and weigh it. But assay cards were a way of buying your metals. The card verifies what it is because the assayer from the mint, it's printed on the back and sealed in there. This not only protects your precious metals, but was, in the old days, years ago, a way of instantly verifying. So when you went to buy or sell and you laid something like this up there, it kind of went with no question that that is what you were buying, a genuine article from a reputable company or mint. Okay? Lady Fortuna is something I specialize in, and the Pamp Guru, I've used a lot of the information from him. And when I did my first batch of fakes on the assay cards, I made several mistakes, about the assessment of what they are and identifying them. It's a complex business. It can't be done in one short, quick video. So you have to take it in steps. And how you go about this is, like everyone says, buy from a reputable dealer, okay? Say I bought this from JM Bullion or somebody, one of the larger online dealers, I wouldn't worry about the authenticity of this. But I deliberately bought fakes to compare to what I know is real, this fake here. And it's a fake silver bar. You kind of don't see a lot of these. It's the gold and the platinum ones. But what it is Pamp has changed the Lady Fortuna design in the bar and also the cards that it goes in. And it has to do with when it was manufactured. In other words, something that was made this year or last year is going to be a lot different than what was done 10, 15 years ago. And this is where your knowledge of the product is going to help you not get burned. Okay, I made several mistakes saying, well, if you see this in the design, it's got to be a fake. Well, I was wrong. What they're doing is they're faking an older design. And I was confused with the more modern design. So what I'm going to do in this video is explain the Pamp Lady Fortuna in silver, how the design went, and then we're going to move on into the gold and platinum fakes, which are a little bit higher stakes. But I do have enough examples in silver to kind of explain how that translates when you get into the more expensive metals. Alright, my first mistake was I didn't realize that the Pamp Lady Fortuna design has changed over the years. Also, with silver, they do put them in assay cards after a certain point in time. The original ones weren't. And they did not put a serial number on them either. Okay? So, what we have is a type 2. And what I didn't realize is the design was more three-dimensional, sharper, and took up the whole space of the bar. This is the new design. It is not as detailed or high relief, and at a certain point in time they shrank the design to take up less room of the bar. Now the fake, I didn't realize they were trying to replicate the older design, which is not used anymore. Basically, the fingers are more 3D, where these are more flat. The coins have little symbols in them, where the new design that's been eliminated. Okay, and there's several other parts of the features that an observation you can tell the difference. So that's what they were doing, is they were just trying to replicate an older version of it. Now we'll turn them around, take a look. Also, the design of the back of the bar, how it's all written and done, has changed several times over the years. This is another design, and the differences between this, where it's written out 1 and the number 1 and all of this, these are changes. You can find a legitimate bar that looks like this. The layout of the assay card also has changed. This, at one time, this was a legitimate layout of the assay card. Also, I said without a prefix on the number, serial number, it has to be a fake. No, I was wrong. The older bars, that's the way they did it. Over time, PAMP started adding B and C to the serial number. I don't know the significance. It must be they reach a certain point and then they put a letter prefix on there. But I do have legitimate examples with no letter prefix. It's just an older bar. So this kind of complicates matters. Now, another reason you get the assay card is you pay for that. There's a premium, other than getting a raw bar. And the whole idea is to test this bar, you don't want to pull it out of the card. Most people, like I've seen, well, this is a fake bar, and they'll cut it open and heat the bar and try to bend it and drill holes in it and prove it's fake or do an acid test. My goal is you don't want to take the bar out of the card. So through observation, knowledge, how they change the design over the years, is to make a fairly good assumption visually of what is fake and what is not. That's my goal in this series of videos. All right. And also, we have the Sigma machine to back up and test our theories and prove them out. Okay. So the goal is not to cut them out. Now, a lot of dealers, anything you bring to them in a card, a bar, they cut them out of the damn card, test them, and then they send them to the refiner. Okay, that's just the way the people do business. I like keeping them in the cards. They're easier to store, keep track of them, and it protects them. Other than like this here. This was in a necklace at one time, or a mount. You can see that. But our goal is to try to detect the fakes and be on guard for them without having to do the destructive testing. Alright, now, just for the hell of it, I'm going to run the 3 of these on the Sigma machine and see if it's easy to spot the fake. Alright, I'm not going to bore you with setting up the Sigma machine, but it is set for pure silver, 1 ounce. So, we'll go and put our first piece up, the old original one. And it's showing me in the red. Okay. Can't get that underneath the other one. We'll put the fake up in there. As you see, the fake is way off. Okay. And we will put the original. And it's not diameter, thickness. Can I get that under the smaller bridge here? Yeah, I can get that one under the smaller bridge. Okay, under the smaller bridge, you see we're in the green. That's way off there. and I'll open the case up on the other. Alright, so I took that bar out and we'll put it up underneath the small sensor. Now the through reading okay, it's showing going through, almost reading good, but in the red. Now, it could be the high relief of the bar. And see, that's why people flip it. It changes. But we'll verify the other ones and then come back to this. The good one is in the green. Okay, that's the one I supposedly... And we'll go, and it won't go that way. But that's in the green, and our fake goes way out. So let's try this. Put this here. Get our readings, and then we'll go measure. Rectangular, and do our specific gravity test. Specific gravity test is slightly off. Very slightly, it's way out here. So it looks like we will get our wand set up and then we'll do a penetration test. Alright, now that we have this small wand set up, this is a problem with the Sigma machine. When you have something with super high relief on it, okay, it doesn't test right. So we'll go here, and we're right on the edge, okay? Now if we go to where the hands and the fingers are, you know, where you're not getting good contact. We'll go here on the face, try it. Now you see how we get closer to the green when we're on the face, but yet when we go on this, we're farther away. Now if we flip the bar over, and again where fine silver is, you see it's not reading, so you got to try to find a spot that's flat, and there. We're getting good contact, showing pure silver. Another spot up in here where I can get fairly flat, pure silver. Over the logo where it's raised up, over the wording. But if we can get a thing on there, we can get a pure silver. So that's kind of the limitations. This machine is extremely expensive. But that's kind of the limitations you get with this thing. Okay? Because if we put this over in this sensor, it's close. See, when it measures, when it's measuring, it kind of throws it off. Let's try measuring it again. Measure, rectangular, bang. Now that one with that sensor came out better. Okay. That gives us our specific gravity. I can say that probably that is a silver bar. It's not fake, because when we do put our fake bar under this sensor, that's what you get. It's way off. And our real bar centered on there. See, it's not laying flat on there. It's close. Let's try it this way. That's even closer. So even there, now a lot of people would not be satisfied with that reading because it's not in the green, and they would tell you that this bar is fake. Okay. And I know it's not. But yet if we run it in a smaller sensor, we're in the green. All right. All right, as you've seen, spotting the fakes is not a simple task. Okay, a lot of people say, hey, buy this $2,000 machine and all this other stuff. Well, you see we got some strange readings. I'm pretty sure this bar is real. Okay, when I put the little wand on there, it'll penetrate in, and if you get good contact, because I guess these things are calibrated, even that little tiny head has to be in 100% contact flat. And on something high relief like this, like I showed you, you get on the lettering in that, it's showing you it's bad. Okay, but our fake, okay, no matter how we read it, was way off to the side. So whatever this is, it's not silver, not even close to silver. Okay, and our actual real silver bar did read better, but when we put it under the smaller sensor and it got in there, then you seen the reading was in the green. Okay, size and how this works is the electric charge between the two sensors. Okay, so yes, it can be faked, even though the bars are correct. They kind of give a false reading depending on how you measure them and that. So learning this tester is critical also. Because as you can see, mistakes can be made. And this is not a simple task any way around it, guarding you on this. Because like I said, yeah, if I set this on pure silver and slide a whole bunch of real Canadian maple leafs under it, they're all going to be right down the middle. You know, then we set it for the Eagles, probably get the same reading. It's when you're trying to sort out, because, you know, this is just an old bar, like I said, that came in a little airtight, all right? This is the stuff you want to verify, check, and see what you got, okay? So, I hope you guys like it. I'm going to bring up some more. We're going to go into, I think the next video, we're going to look at PAMP 5-gram gold bars on an assay card. You know, here we go, compared to a real one. And we're going to take a look, examine it, run it on the machine, you know, weigh it, do that without destroying the assay card. And see how easy it is to spot the fake. Alright, hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned for more.